Good morning, everybody. It's Karen. I'm going to talk to you all about a current event that is taking place in today's segment. So today I want to talk to you about affirmative action in college admissions. So today I want to talk to you about affirmative action in college admissions. I've worked in higher education for much of my life, and the ruling that took place in June, I have some thoughts about it. I want to talk to you all and process what that means. So first, I want to start off by saying again what affirmative action in college was and what it was not. It was not somebody being admitted solely on their race or ethnicity. It was never that. It was colleges using race or ethnicity as one factor, with many others, including GPA, test scores, all kinds of essays, extracurricular activities, using that among all of that to make a determination. So it was never allowing a student to come in just based on that alone. And I think it's important to say that because I've had lots of people come up to me and say, so-and-so will be able to go to any school and they'll get a full ride because, they're this minority. And I always say, what are you talking about? What college is this? Who's doing this? It isn't true. So I just want to clear that up because I think there's so much information out there that's wrong about that. And that tends to be what people think when they hear about it. So a little bit about why I think this topic is still important to talk about. So in 2017, I was working at Ohio State University at a regional branch campus. And I would help do diversity program. That was part of one of the things that was part of my job. So I was working with my boss, bringing a speaker on campus who was going to talk about Black Lives Matter. And I'll never forget the speaker asking everybody in the auditorium, to guess on what the percentage was with African-American males in the freshman class at Ohio State University. And everybody, including myself, we were guessing really high numbers like 10%, 15%, guessing around that. And the speaker told us that it was actually 2%. The 2% of the incoming freshman class was African-American males. And that was very shocking to me at the time because I knew that the college I worked at was doing some really great things with diversity, but still needed to do more. And it was very shocking because Ohio State is known to have one of the largest student populations in the country. And we actually have, on average, they would have over 7,000 freshmen. So out of 7,000 freshmen, only 2% were African-American males. And it was not a high percentage of Latinx or African-American females, but the lowest was African-American males. Another reason why this was shocking was because this school was supposed to represent the state of Ohio better than any other school because it was the public land grant, flagship university. That's what this college was. And we know that's not a true representation of our state. So for all those reasons, it was shocking. And what if I said that this again was in 2017 when affirmative action could be used? So race could help determine a factor in admitting a student back then. And still, the numbers were low. So that experience in particular really helped me realize that this was something that colleges needed to do a better job at, particularly that school. I know that I was looking today to try to see what the makeup of the freshman classes, and I couldn't find it. I know that years after that, we're struggling. We're not making good strides around African American males. So all of that is to say, like, what does that mean for today? Why are we talking about this? Well, for me, given kind of the past, I think it's pretty easy to determine that colleges will become less diverse. We saw that affirmative action was outlawed in California in 1994. And there was a struggle for the years after that with diversity. They just really struggled to hold and get representation of diversity in that state. And I think that will happen around states all across the country now, because you can't use that as the factor. It's going to take a lot of resources, a lot of staff, a lot of like other ways to try to help with this. And I don't know if we'll ever be back there. And I don't know, the largest university in a state that many of us reside at, I do not know what their population is going to look like, a year, 2 years from now. But I think it matters because as Quakers, we are called to really love those on the margins of society. And we're called to make this a world. I truly believe, we know this world is broken, but I truly believe that we're called to try to make it better. And so I say this today, not because I have an answer, not because I even have a ton of hope, but because I want to maybe spark curiosity in you. And I really want you to know about this. And I want people to know about this issue, especially for those who are living in the state. And I hope that we can be open-minded and we can have these conversations and we can just think about this a little bit. And that we can kind of just have a better record with this. So that's why I'm really speaking to you today. And I hope that gives you something to think about. Thank you all, and have a great day.